Hello BTech Savvy and welcome to Kurzweil 3000. At this point you should have viewed the PowerPoint presentation that oriented you to some of the features of Kurzweil, some of its limitations, and frequently used toolbar features. This first week video, we'll call it A, will look at the functions of the main toolbar and review the reading toolbar. What's important at this point is that you have access to Kurzweil 3000. For you to be able to use this comfortably with your students, or you yourself use it comfortably, you just simply need to get into using the features and exploring it. It's a fairly intuitive program, and once you've opened it up, you're only going to each time find more and more tools that you're able to use. Okay? Let's start with the main toolbar, which gives you access to frequently used functions. That was like what we already have used to read. We're going to go ahead and open a document. Kurzweil has some sample documents, but I'm going to go ahead and open up a document that I have on the desktop. We're going to have Kurzweil read about Kurzweil. Okay, so if you remember, you can see that wherever I put the cursor at this point is where Kurzweil will begin reading from. Now this is has an interesting layout, so we'll see how Kurzweil handles it.
Kurzweil 3000 Basics. Opening Kurzweil 3000. Use one of the following methods. Double-click the Kurzweil icon on the desktop with the mouse. Press C here.
Okay, you notice it bypassed the icon. We're going to look at editing features later next week, so you're going to find out different ways to get Kurzweil to read your documents exactly as you wish Kurzweil to do so. You're going to find that sometimes Kurzweil does not pronounce things the way they should, and you'll also learn how to use the override buttons to correct pronunciation. Okay, to remind you, on the reading toolbar indicated in yellow, you have Paul was reading that. Remember, you can change the reader. He was reading continuously. Kurzweil was highlighting, of course, the word being read in green, and then at this point Kurzweil was highlighting the sentence, each sentence that was being read, but you can change the reading unit in the reading toolbar. We've already talked about how you can change speed, you can change the size of what the document looks like, and you can quickly flip through a longer document. This is a document that's not very long. It's, I believe, 2 pages long. You can typically get a thumbnail look at your document, which is not available in this case. The red here indicates, again, the main menu bar. The main toolbar, where you could start a new document. We've opened a document here. You can actually do that up here as well. You can save your document. You can scan from here, which we'll talk more about next week. You can read from here. You can use Kurzweil simply to help you with tracking and take away the audio. And here are some of the language tools, which I'll show you. Definition and synonyms get used quite a bit. You can also get syllables of selected words, spelling. A very helpful spot is for help topics here. You can add a bubble note from here. This would be in the case if you're using bubble notes a lot, you could add this to this toolbar. You'll see it comes up down at the study skill toolbar as well. But let's see how the definition tool works. Let's say I didn't know what educational means. I asked Kurzweil to tell me, and then I asked Kurzweil to read it for me.
Educational. Adjective. 1. Of or relating to education. 2. Serving to educate. Instructive. An educational film.
Okay, you can do that with any word in Kurzweil, and let's say I wanted to know if there were synonyms. I can open up this is the thesaurus, called synonym in this case. Mm.
Educational, adjective, serving to educate or inform, edifying, educative, enlightening, illuminative, informative, instructional, instructive.
Okay, that's a great example of where you would need to override Kurzweil, and I will show you how to change pronunciation next week. Or if you want to get ahead, you can do that as well. Remember, you have the quick reference document in your course content area, which has in text form everything that we're going over here, and far more features than we'll be able to get into these next 2 weeks. Okay? Okay, so there, again, your assignment right now is to turn me off and to open up your own Kurzweil and practice using these buttons. You can open up, I advise you to go ahead and open up um, one of Kurzweil's samples. How do you get there? Well, you go, it's going to be in your documents file. Open your documents file and you're going to look for KESI. Those are all Kurzweil. That's how Kurzweil is saved. That's the format. So open Kurzweil, a sample document, and get started.